Hello, everybody. How's it going? My camera's off. There we go. That's a little bit better, maybe. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully, you're having an awesome Friday night. Dude, something's wrong with my camera. It's like all crooked. There he is. What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for joining tonight. Nostalgia Nation. I'm your host, Imaginator, otherwise known as Colby Dunn. Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful beginning to their weekend. I'm telling you, I need this tonight. I say this a lot, and I'll say it again. Every time I'm just in a funk, having a bad day, having a bad week. I mean, we all know, even with something that you love doing, sometimes you're just like, I don't have the energy for this. I don't want to do this. I want to in my mind, but my body's saying no. Every time we think that, once we get over that hurdle and do it, you come out on the other end and you're like, I'm so glad I did that. That's how it always is with streaming. Usually I'm totally good to go, but like, man, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. Sorry, I keep screwing with my camera. We're gonna get this figured out. And tonight was one of those nights that I'm like, oh, man, should I cancel the stream? Like, I don't know if I can go through with it tonight and be there for all of you guys. But I was like, you know what? Screw that. I'm being there for my people because they're always there for me. You guys always show up. You guys are always being amazing. So I'm super glad that you are here, and I want to see who you are. Miss Nightmare, slurping, waiting. Jason, Mr. Jason's in the chat. I saw a couple of your streams pop up, Jason. So you've been busy. Of course, the amazing John Shepard. Thanks for still being a mod, my dude. I know we usually don't need them in these mainstreams, but I'm definitely keeping that position up there for you. Bomba's in the chat. Bomba's been a minute since I've seen you, my friend. What's going on? Salsa dancing, and Bomba's doing the disco dance party. Switch It's in here. What's up, Switch It? Thanks for joining us the other day for the Daggerfall play session. You were an invaluable consultant during that. Um, Let's see. New friendships being made in the chat. Jesse's here. Let's go. Let's take a moment to admire and respect our beautiful green named esteemed channel member, Jesse. Thank you for being a channel member, especially. And thank you for being here, dude. Jesse's the man. Um, yeah, Jesse, Mr. Green, man. He is a superior, not a superior. He is an elite imaginary friend. Elite. Shredding on the guitar. How you doing? Imaginator quote from Friends TV show comedy. Here for a brief time, says Jesse, just for a second. Well, it's Saturday for John. This is true. Um, all right, let's see. Jason, yeah, I was kind of busy with streaming on Twitch and maybe on YouTube. I need to get Twitch going. I really need to get multi-streaming going. Maybe I'll do that by the end of the year. Sorry, man, haven't seen you in yonks. Is that an Aussie phrase? I like that. Haven't seen you in yonks, bro. I've been okay. We're hanging in there. It's been ups and downs. I'm not about to come in here and just dump on you guys, right? Like, and just sit here and wallow for 2 hours or whatever, but it's been rough this past week. I mean, nothing particularly bad. Nothing terrible that's happened to me or anything like that. Life is good in general, but I've never been more tired. I haven't been able to sleep at all. This past week, I've probably gotten 3 hours of sleep a night, even though I'm going to bed most nights at a decent hour. I'm just a wreck right now, just energy-wise. I can't get my freaking life together. And then you got 800, places to drive the kids, and we've got, drama going on everywhere as it always does. It's not a normal family if you don't have drama going on, and trying to get videos out, trying to finish other creative projects, trying to write scripts, trying to just do so much at once. You guys know me. You guys know me by now, just doing 5,000 things at once. Story of my life. I do too much. How are you, John? That's my question. How's John and how's everybody in the chat? See the pic of oh, I'm so glad Jesse mentioned the picture. I was kind of throwing to get okay. Let me take a couple steps back. I'm gonna write it down though so I don't forget. Let me take a couple steps back. Let me tell you guys where we're at right now. Um, Hold on. Let me take a note so I don't forget. I have something very cool to show you guys. Uh, if you're active in the Discord, you may have already seen it, but I gotta show it live, and I'm gonna hang it up eventually. But something amazing was gifted to me. Little preview. Let me get caught up on the chat, and let me tell you where we're at, and it'll lead to kind of what tonight's gonna look like, which includes giveaways, by the way. So everybody, if you're in here, you're gonna be walking out with some prizes. Maybe. Uh, maybe. Um, let's see. Was last night the exception? Yeah, that last night was rough, dude. Last night was really rough. Screw drama. Yeah, it's part of life. You should definitely clone yourself. Says John. Good, chilling out. Had my first week of uni. Oh yeah, university. Okay, way to go, John. Let's give some respect to Mr. John in the chat for hitting up the university. Miss Nightmare's doing okay. Dealt with the dust storm's wind. I saw your post about that. Air quality was 500. There were helicopters flying to pull people out of car accidents. Dude, you just never know what you're gonna get out here in the Midwest. Out here in the West, I should say. It's not Midwest, it's the West. Wise Basic has arrived. Everybody say what's up to Wise, dude. What's up, my friend? I had a dream where I won a giveaway, so you should definitely rig it. um, oh no, Wise. What'd you talk about? Wise is incredible. Okay, we're caught up on chat for now. The dollar boy. Yeah, that's right. He's wise as the man. Here's what we're gonna do. So, as you saw probably in the thumbnail, I with how this week's been, like I was saying, I was like, what should I do for tonight? Like 5,000 subscribers is a big deal. And tonight we're celebrating 5,000 subscribers. And I mentioned that, usually it happens. I blow up my post and my channel. Sometimes I'll post a short about it. I'll be hitting it up on like every other day on my post, like, hey, we're going to celebrate on this date. There's going to be these prizes. Like I kind of advertise it a lot more. I just didn't have the capacity to do that this year, but I don't want to underplay how important 5,000 subscribers is, and that's not tooting my own horn. It's important because it's you guys. This is a celebration of you guys and this amazing community. So I didn't want to shortchange you guys by just saying, I thought for a second maybe we'll just not do we'll just, we won't make a big deal of it. We'll acknowledge it and we'll move on. But I'm like, no, I gotta give back to my boys and girls out there. Like, you guys are so awesome and supportive. We're gonna do giveaways. We're gonna do something. So I thought, do I do a whole shebang like we've done in the past? For our 4,000 subscribers, we did, which was, by the way, 4 months ago. 4 months ago was our 4,000 sub celebration stream. We gained 1,000 subscribers in 4 months. That's awesome. I mean, at that pattern, and assuming I can get my freaking crap together and post some stuff, I mean, we could hit 7 by the end of the year. That would be crazy, and that's up to me. That's my part. I gotta get posting more stuff. I've got on my whiteboard here above me a list of videos that have been pending for a long time and other things to get out to you guys. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a celebration of you. I was like, we're gonna do something tonight. We haven't played Final Fantasy VI in a while because we had our video game party last week. I had my annual bro game party, which was a blast, and we'll look at some pictures of that. So we've missed Final Fantasy VI. So here's what we're doing tonight. We're playing Final Fantasy VI. We'll pull it up. It's going to be slow going. Jesse predicted this earlier. He's like, you're not going to get anywhere in FF6 tonight. I'm like, I know. I'm bad enough with wanting to just chill with you guys and talk and read your chats and stuff. We're not going to get anything done. But that's the plan. We will pull up. This is officially Final Fantasy VI, episode 16. We're going to play it in theory. We'll see how far we get. I might just have to make a new thumbnail and scrap it and be like, never mind, it didn't happen. But that's the plan. We're going to do at least 2 giveaways. We're going to do the spinny wheel again. I'm going to give away some Nintendo eShop credit, some PlayStation credit, some Steam credit. It's going to be fantastic. There is an Ask Me Anything. I always like to do Ask Me Anythings. I don't even know if you guys enjoy those. Maybe they're not valuable. I don't know. But I like to open up my doors at least once every 1,000 subscribers because, I'm a pretty open book anyway. But I do like to jump out there and just say, hey, we're doing an official Ask Me Anything. Dig as deep as you want. A lot of times, silly questions go in there, which is totally fine. Love those. But if you want to get deep on something or ask any personal questions, like, I am totally happy to talk about those with you guys. So if you have any questions, I'll kind of be looking at it throughout the night. There is an Ask Me Anything sub channel in the Discord. The Discord If you're not in the Discord, the link to go in there should be in the description of this video. Join the Discord and run down to Ask Me Anything and drop a question in there, and I'll try and answer it. We'll kind of look a little bit, not too much, into what's coming up for the channel for this year. It's kind of business as usual, but we'll talk about that. And let's kick all the fun off. I'm going to get caught up on chat here again, but let me show you one. Well, let's get caught up first, and then we'll dive into some of the fun stuff. Okay. Yeah, he's Jesse spotted the picture just barely out of the frame. Let's see. Twin Snakes playthrough when, says John. Twin Snack playthrough when. I'm eyeing it. It's on my whiteboard. I promise. That would be a good one. Love Wise. Dollar Boy is a good nickname for Wise, by the way. Miss Nightmare. I like that. Is one of the prizes a plane ticket to Utah? Dude, that would be epic. I wish. I love giveaways, says Jason. Is one of the prizes a ticket to see my boyfriend? I unfortunately am not buying tickets for anybody tonight. I wish I was. I wish I was. 6-7 says I consciously avoided saying we might get to 6 or 7,000 subscribers this year. I avoided it and just jumped to 7, but John ruined it. Let's see. I see Zidane statue. Very cool. Switch it's got a keen eye. Yeah, here he is. My 25th anniversary Final Fantasy 9 Zidane, as I said it growing up, and my beautiful Miss Dagger right here as well. Yeah, good eye, dude. I freaking love these things. I did unboxing videos for them. They're the one and only unboxing videos I've ever done and probably ever will do because they are a special occasion. But I also have my Renoa here and my Zell. So they're there as well. Let's not forget to love them. Wall and Seifer, I don't know where I put. I think they're in my drawer actually. But they're not out on display because they don't stand up very well. Breath of the Wild VR mod when? Yeah, John was giving me some intel. He got the actual. If you guys watched my video about Breath of the Wild in VR through VR chat, it's kind of the Temu version of Breath of the Wild in VR. If you saw that video, John has got the actual game working through the Wii U emulator, which is amazing. So he's doing some recon for me. We might do that at some point. Serafina's in the chat. What's up, Sarah? How's it going? Congrats on 5,000. Thank you so much for that, and thanks for your support. Seeing Serafina reminds me that, I mean, OG Raziel, my bro, you all know him. He's streaming right now, I think. He was when I started streaming, and he's streaming Resident Evil 9, and I wanted to jump in, but I can't spoil the game for myself because I haven't started playing it yet. I'm being petty. I'm saying I'm not going to play through Resident Evil 9 until they give me that freaking VR mode. Capcom, let's go. I don't get mad at Capcom much these days because they're pretty much leading the game industry as far as quality goes. So I'll give them a little break, but let's get on it, boys. Give me the VR mode for Requiem so I can play it. So Sarah, the beautiful Sarah jumped in. The beautiful Amy jumped in. What's up? And let's take a minute to just shout out, along with Jesse, Amy's beautiful green name. Thank you so much for being a member, one of our esteemed imaginary friends. That's Purple Rocks Amy, and you should all go subscribe to her channel right this very second. My stream is way behind YouTube. Why you gotta do me like that? I come up with the best nicknames. Sorry, I'm way behind in the chat. You're welcome, says John. Another project. I'm sad they weren't really hacky over the top unboxing videos. Final Fantasy 6, that's got to be so fun. Yeah, we'll get 6 pulled up here in just a second, see if we can get any progress into it at all. Because we're celebrating 5K, we're celebrating you guys. We're going to do a giveaway. Let's do the first giveaway in about 15 minutes. That'll be 10:30 my time. Love Ask Me Anything, says Switch It. That's amazing. And feel free to do the Ask Me Anything question in the chat if you'd like. If you're not in the Discord, that's fine, but I might miss it is the problem. I'm just going to go in order in the Ask Me Anything sub channel in the Discord. So if you really want a question answered, post it in there. It froze just as you started saying freaking sounded like you were going to say a bad word. We got the Jeebus emojis in here. Where's Dollar Boy's? Why is that? Resident Evil Requiem on VR sounds absolutely bone chilling after watching Raziel's stream. Well, I will say, the first time I played through, no, not the first time. I played through Resident Evil Village, which I've heard is substantially less scary than Requiem, granted. But I played through Village flat screen first in pancake mode and then dived into the VR mode thinking, now that I've played it and I know what it's all about, VR will be a little less scary. Not really. It really kind of wasn't. It was still terrifying in VR, but I loved it. I played through Resident Evil 4 Remake for the first time in VR. That was glorious. So yeah, I'm all about the VR. I don't get scared easily, to be honest. Like I recognize like, oh my gosh, this is terrifying, but I don't feel that fear very much when I play games. I don't know why. Um yeah, anyway, hopefully they do that for us. Wise is here. Why don't they make a VR mode for 9? They just said they have no plans. It's the PR speech. We have no plans currently to do that. Which means, they said the exact same thing about Village and it took a year. No, it took 2 years. 2 years later, we got a free VR update. So I'm not planning anytime soon, but I feel fairly confident that we'll eventually get a VR mode for that. I should buy the RE remakes and play them with all the VR mods. Yeah, that's the other way to do it. I guess you can't use UEVR for those because they're not built in Unreal Engine. They're built in the special RE engine, right? Now Colby wants a life-size statue of Dimitrescu. That's true. Don't judge me for that. Don't judge me for baby doll Dimitrescu. Renoa! I need to get some Final Fantasy statues sometime. Dude, switch it. Maybe we'll give one away. Not these, but maybe we'll give one away. Okay, so speaking of Final Fantasy, I'm caught up on the chat. Check this out, you guys. If you didn't see this in the Discord, friend of the channel, y'all know Jesse in here, painted me a picture for my late birthday, which was 4 months ago. But he got it to me. Or maybe this was a late Christmas present. Either way, Jesse gifted me this painting. You ready? If you didn't see it in the Discord, look how awesome that is. Steiner over here and the male Moogle from Final Fantasy IX. Obviously, y'all know my favorite game of all time. So freaking awesome. RE9 needs VR. I'm going to hold this up for a minute. That's awesome, says Sarah. That's right, you guys. Sarah is an amazing artist, by the way. So respect to all you artists out there. I mean, this is crazy. This takes a lot of work. And it's proper on proper canvas and everything. So I'm going to hang this up. I haven't already, obviously, but it's going to be probably back there because I can't just stuff that away somewhere. That's going on the wall for sure. And by the way, Tuk Tuk's not in the chat, but we need an update to my cardboard play button. Because this cardboard play button he made for me at 4,000 subscribers, and now we're at 5. I should just get a marker and cross out the 4 and write a 5 on there. Colby at the ripe old age of 80, waiting patiently for Requiem. Facts. The picture's awesome, says Bomb. Cute, says Miss Nightmare. Oh, snap. Could I send in fan art? Oh, dude. Heck yeah. That would be incredible. Fan art would be amazing. I've gotten some fan art for my books, which is kind of a surreal experience. I had some, I'm not a huge author, but I was, I guess, big enough to get a few letters over time. I've gotten maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 emails or letters like of people like, I love your books, like from fans or whatever. And one of them had some fan art in it. And I was like, my characters have fan art. That's amazing. I should put those in the Discord. Okay. So real quick, I am going to pull up the Discord and we're going to I'm watching the clock. We have 9 minutes till our first giveaway. Let's pull up the Discord and I'm going to go to first. You didn't see this. Wise Basic, let's go! Let's go! Yes, Wise returns. Has become a friend of the channel. Paid membership again. Dude, thank you so much, Wise. Dollar Boy, what were we calling him? Dollar Man. Dollar Boy strikes again. Dude, much respect to Wise. Thank you so much for helping keep the lights on here at Nostalgia Nation, my dude. That's such a surreal moment to have your OCs drawn as fan art. That's awesome. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I had one kid send me an email. He was like way back east somewhere, like across the country. And oh snap, $2 from Wise too. Where's my man Jeebus at? Wise is summoning. He's starting the summon ritual. What? Dude, thank you for the $2, my man. And for the initiation of the ritual. Thank you so much for that. Jason's still here. Horror is perfect VR for VR, says switch it. Yeah, 100%. I don't know if you guys saw my post. I'm all over the place tonight, by the way, you guys. Sorry. We're going on tangents all over. But Little Nightmares got the release date finally for the Little Nightmares VR game, which was announced like a year ago, apparently, and I totally forgot about it. They dropped a trailer, PlayStation VR 2. It comes out in like 4 weeks. Amazing. I can't wait to play it. Let's see. Dollar Boy. That's what we're calling him. Dollar Boy. I think you need to treat yourself, Colby. We need to go to Wendy's, dude. If I'm alive at the end of the stream, I mean, that would be a fun celebratory session, wouldn't it? I like doing small donations, but a bunch of them if I can. Dude, never feel obligated to donate anything. You guys just being here with me is peak. It's amazing. But thank you so much anyway. That means a lot to me. It means a lot. And it helps the channel a lot. It really does. As all over the place as I am tonight, I'm not forgetting we have 7 minutes till the giveaway. Do you think Metal Gear Solid Delta VR would be cool? I think that'd be way cool. Is that a thing? That's not a thing, right? You're just hypothetically speaking. Okay, let's chump over to here. Look at this. This is in the Discord. So I posted, Jesse's picture here. You got my Final Fantasy IX statues in the background. Amazing. But then, I don't know if you guys saw this. I did a quick little Photoshop job. Hashtag fine art, my friend. Hashtag fine art. No way, that's so cool. Steiner, I love him. To switch it. I have not bought the capture card yet. More Jeebus summons. Oh, Delta's made in Unreal, so you could use UEVR for that. Ah, cool. Get ready. Yeah. Let me refresh. I don't know if my chat's behind or not. It's always misbehaving on my end, so forgive me. Dude, Miss Nightmare, $1. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Nightmare. That means a lot to me. $1 from Miss Nightmare herself. Thank you so much. He's working, but I texted. Amy's summoning. By the way, Amy, I hope Jeebus knows. We just love him being around. We don't summon him just because we know he's a donation fiend. He's the man just for being the man. You know that. I hope he knows that too. Someone's fiddled with it. It just doesn't quite work yet. I'll be working one day. I trust in you, John. And when that day comes, we'll try it out. Jeebus. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you guys, if you didn't see it in the chat, I have a feeling we're just going to be doing this tonight, guys, just celebrating. And poor Final Fantasy VI is just going to get neglected. Here's some screenshots from my little bro game party. All of us crammed down in my living room there, even including Aragorn himself and Bruce Lee back here as well, as you can see. This is we were doing some prize drawings and stuff during this photo. Jeebus is awesome. I love the big entrances he makes too. Yeah, he makes a splash, doesn't he? So good. That's all. Don't be sorry, Miss Nightmare. $1 is amazing. That helps. It's the widow's mite, right? The widow's mite. We remember the lesson from Jesus. The one lady came and put the one coin in the donation, and she thought, and Jesus said, that is a big sacrifice because that's all she has, and that means all the more. So good on you, Miss Nightmare, for being amazing. Craig's hacked together CRT. Yeah. 4 on 6 is in here. Our buddy 4 on 6. What's up, my friend? Thank you so much, Miss Nightmare. Yeah, so here's Craig next to Gandalf. There's Gandalf with him. Uh John was like, "Did you have some malfunctions or something?" And no, Craig is just that guy. He's like, "Hey, I bought this $15 CRT TV at a pawn shop." I'm like, "Nice, dude." He's like, "Yeah, the speakers don't work though." And I'm like, "So obsolete?" And he's like, "No, give me 5 minutes. I'll put some new speakers in there." Boom. That's just the kind of person he is. Looks like a fun time. What about the mustard seed? That's a good one too. A good one too. I can watch again now that the daylight savings switch. You, oh, nice, 4 on 6. Oh, I'm so happy. Screw daylight savings time. It's the worst. Yeah, so here's Craig with his two CRTs, and you can see we've got the PlayStation 1 over here with Mega Man Legends, and we're comparing it to how well his CRT over here was emulating it on this bad boy. This basically has every console imaginable loaded on it with every game imaginable loaded on it. This thing right here. This is the beating heart of the arcade machine that he's making, and he's going to rip this monitor out to be his arcade machine's screen, is what the plan is. You can see his speakers that he rigged onto the TV. I thought he would look taller, joke. That's Craig. Yeah, that's my buddy Craig right there. He's the freaking coolest dude. That's us playing on his new um Thor, his new wow, gosh, the word just left me. The brand name, Aaron, Ayn Ayr. Anyway, this is the new Thor emulator. As you can see, we're watching Raziel's stream on the bottom screen while we're playing Tears of the Kingdom on the top screen in this small little DS clamshell emulator device. It's insanely powerful. Insanely powerful. Thank you, the AYN Thor. Thank you, Bombuzz. It's like, what is that freaking acronym? My brain's barely functioning tonight. 2 minutes till the giveaway, by the way, you guys. 2 minutes. Stay tuned. Can I get Craig to fix mine in exchange for a beer? He'd do it in 2 seconds, dude. I guarantee it. I just joined the Discord. I don't use the app much, but I figure it's worth joining. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Switch It. Yeah, Discord, literally the only reason I got an account for Discord was for this channel and its Discord server. Like, that's the only reason I'm in Discord is for this channel. It's spread out since then, but yeah. That is a tiny monitor for an arcade machine. Yeah, it's gonna be like a tabletop arcade machine. I should have clarified that. That's amazing. Yeah, dude, I want one of these so bad. I want the 1 terabyte model, which is like $450. But at that point, you can emulate everything all the way up to the Switch. Like, even the Wii U can be emulated on this. So, pretty worth the money for what you're getting. Give me one, says Miss Nightmare. Maybe that'll be our giveaway at 10,000 subs. We'll give away a Thor. How about that? Which will be severely outdated by then. And MUFR, don't forget that, yes. Yeah, it's like a DS form factor, Switch It, yep. Oh yeah, MUVR is why you use Discord. That's true. John makes a good point. That was the first reason. This is true. I wish Discord customer service would help me change my email, but they suck and won't. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than working with a terrible customer service. Screams, heck yeah, give me one right now. Okay, let's blast through the rest of these pictures so we can do our giveaway. Here's us as the party was getting started, just playing some Wii U games. There's an upstairs living room, which is what this is, and there's the downstairs one that you saw before, and then there's a kitchen, like over towards Gandalf is like the kitchen and dining room. So we were kind of split between 3 levels, but it was lots of fun. There's one of my buddies, one of my author buddies, playing the Breath of the Wild thing that I showed in my video. You can see he's in my office here. Here's my background that you guys usually see, but this was his first VR experience ever. So he was like, "What is happening?" This was mind blowing. This is at my place, Wise. This is my annual bro game party. You know, usually when you have a bro game party, it's like, bro, let's get together and play some Call of Duty. Like, no, we play Mario Kart, we play Nintendo Land, we play Smash Brothers. Uh, Sometimes I'll prepare special challenges for them to win prizes like Mario Maker levels or Ring Fit Adventure physical exercises. I try and keep it real. And we kind of showcase new systems. So every year I try and have a new system there to showcase. I mean this nicely, rich moment. What's the rich moment? Oh, the multiple levels. I mean, my house isn't that big. It's just got two living rooms, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get a whole new Discord account. I have to replace all my friends and all my server. Oh, that sucks, Purple. I hate that. We support you emotionally and morally and spiritually and physically. We support you. The Wii U is so good. I have a modded one. Oh, that's amazing. Colby, have you tried I Expect You to Die? No, but I want to. You and Raziel are total opposites, but also the same. I need you to expound on that, Wise, because I've heard that from multiple people, and I think you're right, but I need more explanation. You have multiple living rooms. Is that a rich moment? I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. We need to do our giveaway. There's some buddies here. Some friends of the channel are actually in this picture. I don't have their express permission. I'm sure they'll be cool with it, but I won't identify them. But you guys know some of these people. This guy is my oldest friend. I met him in 2nd grade. He's a super cool dude. And we have Legolas standing in the background, of course, because Legolas is here as well. Gotta invite him. Every year he's invited. Only game where I can be a spy, smoke a cigar, and drink whiskey. I did do I Expect You to Die on meta. Okay. Jason's played it. I said, pretend like you're having fun, and this is what happened. Playing some Smash Brothers. And we're back to the start. Okay. Let's get rid of this, and let's bring up the Wheel of Names. Wheel of Names. First giveaway. We're going to go, actually, let's see. Let me do this. I didn't save it. I thought I saved it before. Let's pull up the Wheel of Names. I'm going to bookmark it this time. It still has all of you guys' names in there from last time. I'm going to comb it, though. We're going to make sure it's all accurate before we spin the wheel. Okay. If you have not commented in a few minutes, post something in the comments, a period, an emoji. It doesn't matter, because that will put your name back in the most recent participants within my chat stuff. And I can grab your name out of there. That's the easiest way to do it. So I'll give you 60 seconds. Throw something in the chat. I'm going to refresh on my other screen here. Make sure it's all up to date. I'm sorry I don't have more exciting giveaways this time. You know, we did the Lego Game Boy for our 4,000. We did an ocarina. We gave away an ocarina. Lots of cool customized stuff. But again, life's been a struggle this week, and I just haven't had the capacity to get something proper arranged. So we're doing gift cards. Trust me, I'm not offended if you don't do this, but several people have asked me, so I like to throw it out there. If you win a gift card or anything, you can always swap that prize out for a signed book. I will give you any of my books that you want signed. I'll ship them right to you. Some people are like, yeah, I totally prefer that. Others are like, give me the game credit, dude. Both are awesome. So just throwing it out there if that's something that you'd like. It is an option. Tuck ain't here. Yeah, these are the old names. So I'm going to delete those. Let me grab all the names. We've got a decent list here. And you will see them appear on the screen, and we'll confirm. I'm going to take myself out. Okay. Bombas, Jason. I know our chat is covering it up, so let me read these. If you don't hear your name, throw a comment in the chat. Bombas, Jason, Jesse, saying Jesse's a member for a month, and John's a member for 6 months. Get rid of these, sorry. Okay. Bombas, Jason, Jesse, John, Miss Nightmare, Purple Rocks, Amy, Sarah, Switch It Up Reviews, Switch It Up Reviews. Yes, I always is that previews or reviews? And Wise Basic. I'm just chilling here. Let me see if I've got everybody. Are your novels available on Amazon? I love collecting books. Yes, dude, they are. In fact, I grabbed them right here. I have them next to me because somebody was asking them about them in the Ask Me Anything. So I've got them here. Got them handy, but we'll talk about them in a sec when we go to the Ask Me Anything, because somebody asked me a question about the book, so I wanted to make sure I had them with me. But they are on Amazon if you just type in Colby Dunn. It should pull right up, or they're called The Eyes of Fate. Or you can just go to colbydunn.com and there's links to like all my books right there, and you can read about them and do all kinds of fun stuff with that. When are you going to write a sci-fi novel? I have no plans to write a sci-fi novel. I'm still struggling to write any novels right now. I can feel it, Jesse. You're going to win. I'm not seeing any more new names, so we're going to go ahead and spin. Super exciting. I'll have to get those books. I read some of the short stories on your website and love them. Oh, thank you, my dude. I appreciate that. Look at this. What is up with this wheel? There's so many blank ones. Let me refresh this. There we go. It updated. Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Spin. And I'm ahead of you guys, so I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to wait till it appears. Let's go. Yeah. I'm watching you guys' view, so I'm waiting until I can see it pop up for you. Yay! Congratulations to Switch It. Switch it up. Let's go. Switch it up. Congrats, Switch. Holy crap. Thanks. So, Switch, I think you said you just joined the Discord. If you are in there, you can hit me up privately in the Discord so we can exchange info, decide what you want. But if you don't want the books, you got a Steam credit gift card coming at you, a Nintendo eShop gift card, or a PlayStation Store gift card. I don't meddle with Xbox. No offense, Xbox. Actually, a little offense, Xbox, but I actually just don't have access to Xbox cards like I do the other ones. So let me know what you want. Hit me up on the side. And if you're not in the Discord, you can go to colbydunn.com and email me there, or you can just email colbydunnauthor@gmail.com. Either way, you're in my chats pretty often right now, so I'll reach out and get a hold of you. But if you can reach out, that'd be great. I see you're throwing at the books. That's amazing, dude. Thank you. Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk. Next giveaway is going to be in about, let's do halfway through the stream, maybe a little more, so about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll do our second giveaway. Congratulations again to Switch It Up Reviews. Thank you so much, dude, for supporting the channel. You deserve it. Next on the list, we're going to go to Ask Me Anything. Keep this conversation going. I'm going to open up let's bring back my normal view here. OBS, where are you? I'm going to open up a Coke Zero, even though that will inhibit my sleep tonight even more. It's just one of those nights. Remember, kids, there's always a signed copy of one of the books at a random Goodwill. John's referring to the fact that I posted a while ago on the Discord, I think, in the books sub-channel. I said, you've made it when you find your own book in a thrift store, which totally happened. Yeah, that happened. Okay. Let's see. You're welcome and thank you, says Switch It. I have to get the books. Miss Nightmare, I'll bring you some at Craig's wedding if you haven't won any by then. Melting. Thrift stores are awesome, dude. I love thrift stores. Absolutely. We should do a live stream where we're thrifting. By the way, I'm probably just going to pop up any one of these random days coming up with a live stream in the middle of some random day while I get all my backpacking gear out for this upcoming spring and summer season and fall. We'll look at all my backpacking gear because we're definitely going to do some more camping streams for sure. Bo show. Ask me anything. So let me just read this real quick because again, you can throw a question in the chat if you'd like, or if you're in the Discord, feel free to throw one in there. I put it's a bit last minute, but we might. Yeah, I'll skip that. Let's see. I'm an open book. If you, I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Y'all know I'm into a lot of stuff. Let's talk video games, martial arts, music, card magic, writing and books, religion, family, art, Japanese language, YouTube channel, anything you guys want to talk about, anything I can help with, I'm here for you. First question. John's throwing out a couple good ones here. Do you think a Range Rover Sport could outrun a 120 millimeter tank shell? No. No is the answer. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No, a hot dog is not a sandwich. Red beans with rice or red beans on rice? Yes, the answer is yes to that. If you could go, okay, so this one's good. If you could go to 5 concerts throughout history, not music festivals or anything, just single live performances, what would they be? Dude, that's a good question. I'm not huge into concerts. Like I've been to a good amount of them, but it's not like one of my passions. So a couple came to mind and they're going to be disappointing to you guys because they're pretty much all from the same band. You know what band that's going to be? Metallica, the best band of all time. I would have to go see their Day on the Green concert from 1985, the year I was born. Day on the Green was when they still had Cliff Burton on bass before he unfortunately passed away in the accident not long after that. It was after Ride the Lightning and before Master of Puppets. Dude, that concert from the videos I've seen is so amazing. The other one from Metallica would be their Russia concert. I mean, if you haven't seen a video of that, I mean, it's a famous concert because it's said to be, there's no way to really prove it, but it's said to be still to this day the biggest concert of all time, head count wise. Um, this was right before the Soviet Union fell. There were over there was somewhere between 1.5 to 2 million people there. That's insane. I'm trying to find the famous picture of it. Um, is right here. Like I know this is small for you. Let me find. It's insane. Soldiers were there, helicopters were flying over. I mean, it goes as far as the eye can see. The people do. And they not only that, but they delivered probably their best performance of Creeping Death and Enter Sandman ever. Like it's insane. I would have loved to have been there. I would have loved to have been there. 1.6 million people. And this is funny because they say this contributed to the fall of the Soviet Union because people they had never seen music like this before. They had never been free to listen to music like this before, and this was a free concert. So this basically started a rebellion. The government officials and soldiers were in the crowd trying to keep the peace until about halfway through the show, they just gave up and said, "We're just they tore off their uniforms and were like, we're here to rock." Amazing. Um, with that being said, I think the other one I would do, I would have loved to have seen Journey live. They're actually coming to Salt Lake City where I live this month or something, like very soon for their last tour, but I can't make it unfortunately. The day they're in Salt Lake is on a Sunday, and I'm like, "Bro, I go to church on Sunday. Love you, Journey, but I love church more. So sorry." Let's move on, shall we? Actually, let me get caught up on chat. Um, yeah, and I'd love to hear you guys' take on the concert question. Where the heck's my chat? I'm all over the place. Chatto, chatto. Okay. I need to go thrifting. Gonna go to Brisbane sometimes this year because there's a monthly record fair there. Ooh, cool. Do you collect vinyls? I don't love dead people's clothes. Why not, dude? They're cheap. Dio, yeah. Was that a music fest? I guess that's true because they played. That's true. They played with other people that Metallica show. Love Metallica, dude. Switch it knows what's up. Good taste. That's a lot of people, says Bomba. Massive bootlegging in Russia. Deep Purple's Child in Time became an anthem of the rebellion since like the 70s. Journey, highway runs. This channel runs to the midnight sun. Know all of them by heart. Joe popped in. What's up, Joe? Right in time. We're going to do another giveaway in maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay, next question. I'm going to burn through a couple of these really quick because I see a couple new ones popping in down there. Thank you, guys. What's your favorite quote from anything you've written? Says Ember Shallows. Ember is one of the earlier supporters of my writing, so that's awesome. I don't think they're in the chat now, but so I grabbed. This feels weird because it's like, read us your favorite thing that you wrote. You know, you always read your own stuff and you're like, you know, and I'm definitely like that too. But this book, the main character is not the same as the point of view character. You're sort of seeing this larger than life character from someone else's perspective in this book. But the main character is like a philosopher. And I took a lot of my personal notes from my martial arts training days. Each chapter sort of begins with one of these like little epitaphs of like, um, his thoughts and stuff before the chapter actually starts, like quotes, as if it was from his journal or something like that. Um, and some of these are kind of interesting to think about. How about this one for you? Real fear is a potent poison that can degrade most all men if weaponized correctly. Yet it is but a weaker sibling to artificial fear. A dread that is strategically manufactured, then carefully refined, can be delivered not to destroy an enemy's gate, but to prompt him to open it unto you of his own free will. Something to think about. Real fear versus artificial fear. This book has a lot of political undertones, by the way. I wrote it in 2020. That should give you enough of a hint without going into too much about it. Um, by the way, Joe, how you doing? Second person perspective, I take it. This book is actually written, so the first chapter is in first person because it's the point of view character saying, I'm about to retell you what's happened. And then it jumps, or sorry, I flipped that. It's in third person. And then the whole middle section of the book is in first person. It's the main character describing what happened in first person. And then the last chapter goes back to third. So it's kind of bookended, no pun intended, with different points of view. If you immediately know that the candle is fire, then the meal was cooked a long time ago. I won't dive too much into my own stuff, but I thought there was one more thing. If you guys ever read my fantasy trilogy, I am really proud of. There's a conversation in book 3 where one of the main characters, without giving anything away, you're seeing flashbacks of one of the main characters, I'll say, and you see him go through this extremely traumatic experience, and he's about to unalive himself. And somebody stops him, and they have a really, really interesting conversation about life and about motivation and about stuff like that. Heavy stuff. Um, there's a couple interesting martial art thoughts in here. Yeah. But anyway, I like some of these epitaphs. They're kind of interesting. I'm trying to find the other one that I wanted to read to you guys, but we'll probably just move on because this is probably boring. Gosh darn it, where is it? Gosh darn it, where is it? This isn't the one, but I'll read this out loud. There is little difference between a saber and a hammer, for both are tools created to serve a specific function. But the saber serves only one purpose, and it is neither to kill nor protect. I tell you, a weapon's function is the same as a mirror's, to reflect the wielder's soul and innermost intentions. Um, this book was actually recently used in a book club, which was kind of bizarre. It's called The Brink, so it's on the website if you want to check it out. But it was used in a book club, and there was some interesting discussion that I heard about it. It kind of got me thinking, like, huh. Anyway, okay. Adrian, Adrian's here. What's up, Adrian? Next question: do you snack while writing? And if so, what's your favorite snack while writing? Of course, I do. I snack constantly. I like peanuts when I'm writing. Get my keyboard nice and greasy. Really, anything though. Anything that just keeps me going. Um, what kind of music do you listen to while writing, or do you not? I can't. I can't listen to music while I'm writing. I have to have actually utter silence, which is hard in a house with full of children and stuff. Um, but he also writes, "Do you think about specific songs when writing a character?" Sometimes I do. or one will after the fact get associated with one in my head canon. So yeah. What do you consider to be the most amazing technological development in gaming history? In gaming history, I don't know about gaming history, but I'd say in the last decade, VR for sure. Virtual reality for sure. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say that's the future of gaming. Maybe, maybe not. But as far as like innovation goes and changing how we think about how we can experience games, VR hands down. You prefer rocking chairs or spinning office chairs? Spinning office chairs, I think, unless I'm taking a nap. Wise Basic asks, how challenging has it been to run the channel and keep up with your everyday life? I'm sorry, I just dumped on you guys about this very thing earlier. It's challenging, dude. It's very challenging. But when I quit my corporate job last year and joined the game dev studio, kind of wanting to fulfill my one of my life dreams, right? Do what I want to do, not what I have to do. I've talked about this before. We got in a financial situation where I can do that now. I kind of considered myself light retiring at 40. I chose to go part time with this new gig at the game dev studio. They're already asking if I could upscale if they needed me to, and I was like, yeah, technically, but we'll see if I'm interested or not. I committed and swore I would never go full time again unless I wanted to, and it was something I was passionate about. So I'm sticking to that. But I say all that to say, running the channel, I committed that while I love doing this and the channel's monetized now and it's great, I love it. I was never going to let it feel like a job and feel the pressure like I've got to post this, I've got to do make this video, or I'm like going to stress myself out. Of course, I fall into that trap still, but I'm trying as much as possible to just think of this as if I'm having fun, I'm going to do it. If I'm not, I mean, I'll always be doing the channel. Don't worry. One day I won't just disappear, but like I'm gonna keep it fun and for me, not for money and not for a job, right? I don't care about that stuff. I don't need the money. That's why I throw some of it back at you guys whenever I can. Um, so yeah, but it is challenging. It's very challenging because it's a lot of work. There is so much more I could be doing for the channel that I just don't have time to do. It's a catch 22 because if this was my full-time job, all of it would be getting hit up. But this can't be my full-time job until I'm getting paid more for it, right? So like it's a catch 22. Um, what made you start live streaming on the channel? It was all of you guys telling me to. John being one of the OGs. He was like, "You got to start streaming." I'm like, "I know, I want to." And that's what we did. Let's see. Can I see the posters in the back? Yeah, yeah, of course. Sorry that I took so long to get to your comment, Adrian. So I've got my Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals posters here. Let me minus down my other view here. Okay. And I've got my Final Fantasy 3 poster here that I got in Japan. This is when the remake came out on the DS. I've got this beautiful Final Fantasy 9 display that Tuk Tuk, friend of the channel, made for me. Amazing. Bravely Default. I've got a video coming out about this game of how terrible it is, but I like the art. um, over here, we have Super Mario Odyssey, Chrono Trigger, Link's Awakening, the remake. These all came with like pre-orders and stuff. Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, my 4,000 subscriber cardboard play button. We've got Bilbo here from The Hobbit randomly. And up above, you guys never really see this because it's out of frame. I've got my Super Smash Brothers collage. And this came with Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U. This was a pre-order poster for Mario Maker 1 like 10 years ago. And I've got the Aragorn sword and all the swords. And we've got Mario and gang over here, I guess. And my brand new Steiner and Moogle painting that I need to hang up. Amazing. Hopefully that's what you were referring to when you said, let me see the posters. Okay. Ugh. Get this sorted. Get this sorted out. Okay. Evening. Babel popped in. What's up, Babel? We're going to do another giveaway in, let's say, 10 minutes. It'll be just over halfway through the stream. This did, in fact, turn into a celebratory stream. I'm going to have to change the thumbnail. We're not playing Final Fantasy VI, although we are almost out of stuff to do, so maybe we will. Maybe we will. Link's Awakening is a super dark game wrapped in a sugar-coated package. I've always said that too. And especially if you play the original version on Game Boy, dude, it's dark. Like when you find out the truth of Koholint Island in that ruin temple, it's dark and it's creepy. I remember as a kid playing it being creeped out. It's so cool. Yes, the Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals. I swear I saw that art before. I just can't remember. Oh, Adrian knows his stuff. That's impressive. You need a wooden play button now. Slight upgrade. Good point. Maybe Tuk Tuk will make me one. He's quite the artsy guy. My favorite mangaka? Oh, mangaka. I was like, I wasn't in Japanese mode. My favorite mangaka did some of the character designs in Bravely Default. I love that game's art. Yeah, dude, he is an incredible artist. Just the game of Bravely kind of sucks. This nightmare's still hanging. Maybe answer my question. Not even chilling in MUVR. That's a good point, John. We need to be in MUVR right now. We do that? I have MUVR up. Let me move the questions to my other screen. Good call, dude. Let's do this one. Plug in my controller so I can actually walk around. See, I'm feeling better already. Remember at the start of the stream, I was like so destroyed. You guys fix things for me, and I appreciate you for that. Okay, we're at least in the room now. There we go. There we go. Very appropriate. Okay. Next question. Wendy's run tonight says, wise. That was technically the next question. What UGC should I make next? Says John. What do you guys think? Here's the room. What is it missing? Oh, I did put up a little Final Fantasy VIII love letter to the girls of Final Fantasy VIII. They're up there on my pegboard. I need to fill this pegboard with a bunch of cool stuff. It's kind of empty right now. Abridged. Do you like breakfast cereals? If so, do you have a favorite? I love this question. I'm sorry I've said this before. I know a lot of you guys know this, but I have to say it again because this is my anecdote whenever anybody asks me about cereal. Mrs. Imaginator, my wife, and I, cereal was our wedding food at our wedding. And I'm not joking. Yeah, I love cereal. I don't eat it as much anymore. I'm a 40-year-old man now. The sugar like kills me. But I mean, for my whole life, probably until about 10 years ago, I had like 3 or 4 bowls of cereal a morning. Like, cereal. Love me some Captain Crunch. Waffle Crisp is good. Yeah, like I say, it's been a sec since I've like been in the cereal scene. My cereal lore is kind of behind. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great. But yeah, dude, that was the food at our wedding, actually. It's pretty awesome. I'm abridged. Yeah, I noticed your avatar. So that was Switch It's question, by the way, everybody. What? Cereal? That's awesome. As well as the Chocobo. Yeah, John gave me a lot of these UGCs. He created a lot of these UGCs for me. Pretty awesome. I'm sorry. I'm taking up. I meant to do this one so you can still see me. My background is screwing us up. There we go. That's what I meant to do. In fact, we can go back to this. Adrian, Daisujin and Dragon Caesar in the top of the furniture. Rest in peace, Sentai. Ah. Crying. My favorite cereal is cornflakes and Captain Crunch. Dude, you got good taste. Is that Link? Switch it. This Link? Yeah, it's my Link model that John made me. And he made me the Skyward Sword Goddess Sword as well. In its original form. No, that's Lunk. That's Lunk. Yep, here's the nostalgia bedroom that we usually play games in. I feel like it's going to get an upgrade soon. All right, let's jump to the next question, which I believe is Miss Nightmares. John, is a hot dog a taco? No, no. If you wanted to change anything about your books, oh my gosh, change anything about your books, what would you do? That's a loaded question. Um, I mean, it's art, right? So any of you artists out there know any piece of art you put out there, you're proud of it, but there's always something you'll read back and be like, ugh, that's so bad. Or like I would do that differently. This was my first trilogy, so I was very much learning. Still proud of them. I still like them. I think by the third book they get really good. The first one I think I would have dived into the magic system a little bit more and made that a little more robust. It's more on what we call a light magic system rather than a heavy magic system, and I think that's fine. You don't have to have a heavy magic system, meaning Stormlight Archive levels of technicality is kind of what I mean. I actually taught a class about this last month at a writers conference about heavy, light, and heavy magic systems. But I think I would have made a little more depth to the magic system in the books. In my books, magic comes at the cost of memories. So the more magic you use and the more powerful of a magic user you are, the more of yourself you kind of lose. So that's kind of the thematic tie-in, uh, which is cool. But there was more I could have done with it, I guess. So we'll leave that there. Good question. I'm off to bed, says OG. Been lurking. Congrats on the 5,000. Thank you so much. And if everybody, I think a lot of people in this chat have subscribed to Raziel, but if you haven't, go over there and do that now. That's my bro. He runs an awesome channel. Just hit 10K himself. Freaking 10K up in here. So go subscribe and be part of that party for sure. My screens are all over the place. I apologize. If you want to stick around for like 5 more minutes, OG Raziel, we're doing a giveaway in 2 minutes. Our second giveaway for the night. Play Resident Evil Requiem. It's so great. It's great so far. I was telling everybody before that even though I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, I played the heck out of Resident Evil Village. I was kind of there, not day one, but close to day one. I'm being petty with Resident Evil 9. I said I'm not going to buy it until they give me a freaking VR mode because I want to play through it blindly for the first time in VR. I was not able to do that with Village. I beat it in pancake mode. But I have full confidence that Resident Evil 9 is great, and I will play it eventually. But I'm waiting out a little longer for VR mode, which could be up to 1 or 2 years away. Could really go for a proper Merc hot dog. Which video game food would you like? I remember liking the Sonic chili dogs. Oh yeah, that always made me hungry as a kid watching Sonic on the cartoons in the 90s. You know what? Dragon's Dogma 2, I played 2 years ago, and I remember for some reason in their camp scenes, they have live action meat cooking videos when you, like, make stuff at the fire, and I was always like, "Oh, they're making steak right in front of me, this is terrible." So that's what popped in my mind first, all the food from Dragon's Dogma. I should port MEVR to Vita just for funnies, that would be cool. This nightmare's still here. I can relate, says Switch It. Every time I post the art I draw, I go, oh wow, I could have done better. Post-mortem analysis is always full of critiques. Yeah. So I didn't really finish my thought on that. My art teacher in high school had a rule that I love, and I've kind of kept it for everything I do. Once I say I'm done with something, or specifically with art, once I sign my name on it, it's done. I can't touch it again. I can't keep tweaking things. I can't go back. It's done. And you gotta art is always gonna start crappy. It has to start somewhere, right? Whether it's film, writing, physical art, like whatever you do, any skill you learn, you have to start somewhere. And so just accept the fact that that first one is gonna be bad, or it's gonna be subpar, or it's not gonna be what you wanted it to be. And accept it and just be proud of what you did. And then move on to the next one and make that better. That's all you can do. I'll stay 5 minutes, but hurry up. I have to go to work for 11 hours tomorrow, dude. I'm sorry. We're 1 minute over, so we'll do the giveaway right now. I just finished my workload this week today, so I can chill tomorrow. I'll let you know when RE9 goes VR mods, so you don't have to wait. I love Dragon's Dogma 2, so fun. The game food I don't want is Sunny's eggs from the Metal Gear Solid 4. Okay, let's do another giveaway. If you haven't chatted for a minute, I will say the same thing as before. Throw a chat of any kind into the chat. So it repopulates your name in the active participants because that's what I pull from for giveaways. Here's the wheel. I'm going to just erase everybody's name and do it fresh again. I will remove Switch It because he already won. We got to spread the love. We can't double win as much as I'd like him to. My PFP is my PSP, right? Yeah, PSP is my personal favorite thing I've drawn. Oh no, PFP. Not my best from an objective standpoint, but dude, post it in the Discord. You just joined the Discord, I know, but we have an art hub in there. Drop it in there. Let us see that. And if Sarah, Sarah is in the chat. I was gonna say if Sarah's in here, you got to post some of your art in the art hub in the Discord too, because she's incredible. Giveaway time. Got to head to bed after this. No worries, Sarah. I appreciate you sticking with me this long. It is it is late, especially because I think most people in the chat are a later time zone than me. So kudos to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna start grabbing everybody's names. It's changed a little since the last giveaway a little while ago. Adrian, Babel, Bombuzz, John, Miss Nightmare. Whoops, just erased Raziel. Rude. Raziel, Sarah. I'm gonna switch it out. Wise Basic. That's who we got. Let me know if your name is not called. Adrian, Babel, Bombuzz, John, Nightmare, Raziel, Sarah, and Wise Basic. And I'll give it 60 more seconds while I get caught up on chat, and then we're spinning the wheel. One of my art teachers, says Babel, in high school was a terrible artist. She really hated Bob Ross. How could you hate Bob Ross? She had the question permanently on her board asking, why is Bob Ross a bad painter? She sounds like a terrible teacher. Bob Ross is not only an amazing teacher, but amazing person. Missed the stream today. Rozzy was working, says Wise. And I was gonna text you, Raziel. I was gonna say, dude, I see you're playing RE9. I want to join and watch so bad, but I can't because I want to go in blind. I don't want to spoil it for me. So I'm really sad that I can't watch that. Nice. Sarah's gonna post some art. That's awesome. John's in the other side of the world. Yeah, you're like opposite time completely almost. East Coast for Bombuzz, dude. Thank you for staying awake so long. It's 1 o'clock in the morning for you. The only teacher to really encourage my art was my welding teacher. That's sad. I bet your art's awesome. Post it in the Discord, dude. My name is Guybrush. Spin it, says Rozzy. Spin the wheel. Okay, we're down to the chat bottom, and we're just all yelling spin. So here we go. Rixels! Rixels for the save. Popped in literally with seconds to go. I'm adding Rixels to the wheel. Watch him win the giveaway. What's up, Rixel? And thanks for the congrats. Oh, Joe Bolkin. Joe Bolkin. Dude, way to jump in, you guys. I can just put Joe because there's only one Joe in here right now. Are you ready? I got Joe and Rixels in here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin. Nice. Big congrats to Adrian. Adrian. Congratulations, my friends. So cool. I know, Joe. I was watching yours. I'm like, that'd be so funny. Rixels and Joe were the squares before Adrian. Awesome, dude. Adrian. Adrian. I'm sure that's the first time he's heard that, he or she. Wow, dude, Adrian, congrats. Thanks for the support on the channel. Thanks for being here. Once again, the dealio is if you're in the Discord, you can hit me up privately there so we can chat, or you can just email me, colbydunnauthor@gmail.com, or go to colbydunn.com, and there's an email form there. You can get a hold of me through any of those ways. But all right, Rozzy, thanks so much for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate you. But you got your choice of a Nintendo eShop card, a PlayStation Store card, a Steam gift card, or if you'd like, and again, I always say no pressure, but people ask if you'd like to swap any of those prizes for signed copy of my fantasy books, you can do that too. But let me know what you'd like. I'll get a hold of you after, and I need to write these down so I don't forget. I'm known for forgetting who won the drawings after the fact. I'm like, crap, who was that? So, Adrian Bates, congratulations. Sarah's a good night to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And let's check out, we're going to check out her art actually here in a sec. Roz, the Secret Seeker of Darkness by. Have a good night. Can I just purchase a signed copy of your books? Babel. Of course you can, dude. Of course you can. Reach out to me privately if you'd like to do that. Of course, they're on Amazon. They're on my website. But if you want them signed, absolutely. I'll send them to you directly from my house. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Switch it. I got to write Switch It's name down so I don't forget. He's like, where's my prize? All right, you two. Reach out to me through Discord, email, whatever, and let me know which prize you would like. Switch had already mentioned the books. Thank you so much for that. But if you change your mind, let me know. No problem. All right, everybody. We've got 45 minutes. It looks like, oh, there is one more question in there in the Ask Me Anything. First of all, from John, what is your favorite chip flavor? What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Favorite chip flavor? Dude, I'm basic. I'm the most basic white dude ever. Right here. I like the knockoff brand wavy potato chips. This is my jam. I know you can't see them. Give me a sec. This is my jam right here. Just classic wavy potato chips. Nothing better. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish Great Value would sponsor my videos. How amazing would that be? Dude, what the freak? What? Wait. Wait, what? What just happened? What just happened? Tyler! The goat, Tyler. We're just chilling, minding our own business. We're just trying to have a good time in here. Tyler walks through the door, kicks in the door. We all hit the floor because he's fully gunned with his money, with his dollar bill shooters. We hit the floor thinking we're in danger. Tyler's comes in and just kicks the door in. Congratulations on 5K. It starts spraying money. $100? Dude. Thank you for that. Holy crap, man. Oh my goodness. Tyler, you are insane. I cannot thank you enough for that. Jeebus popped. I didn't see Jeebus popped in. We were all still on the floor taking cover. And Jeebus walked in. He's like, what's going on in here? Why is everybody on the floor? Summoning Jeebus. Wise said literally, I'm summoning Jeebus, and Jeebus popped. Crazy. No, dude. No, Tyler. No, Jeebus. No, Jeebus. No. 199.99. GB. Holy crap, dude. Jeebus. You knew what needed. You knew what needed to be done, says Tyler. Jeebus, you're amazing, dude. Tyler, you're amazing. Miss Nightmare gave $1 earlier. Wise, you guys are all incredible. I don't even have words. $300 in the past 3 minutes. Insane. Thank you so much, you guys. for the donations. But we were saying earlier, Jeebus, thank you for just being here. Like, I hope you know, of course we love your bombs you drop on us. Of course I appreciate that. Of course it helps the channel. But just know, if you just showed up, we love you for you, Jeebus. We love you for you. And Tyler and everyone, we love you for you. I love you for you. That's what I'm saying. I hope you know that. That being said, holy frick. Holy frick. Oh, that dude, what just happened? So yeah, we're just chilling. Tyler kicks in the door. We hit the floor. He sprays the money. Jeebus walks in, like, what's going on here? Why is everybody on the floor? Tyler hits the floor. He sees Jeebus and he's like, oh, frick. And Tyler hits the floor, and Jeebus pulls out a rocket launcher that shoots dollar bills. It's like a full blown rocket launcher, and he blows the side of the house off with dollar bills. Oh, mighty, mighty Jeebus. He came and supported us all through the pain. Oh, mighty, mighty Jeebus. You know what? We're doing giveaway number 3 for that. That for sure earns another giveaway. We're doing it right now. We're doing another giveaway. Just as a thank you. You guys are incredible. Oh, Wendy's run tonight. Dude, that's Tyler and Jeebus's call. They own me. I'll do whatever you want. Oh man. Crazy. I'm seeing the Wendy's emojis from Jeebus. I come back and Jeebus is here. Amy, not only is he here, he's kicking indoors. He is taking names. Strip, that will not happen, John. And trust me, you guys will thank me for that. Trust me. You'll be like, thank goodness. You're like, I'll pay you more. Maybe that's what we could do. I'll threaten. You got to pay to keep me from stripping. Like, please, no, put it back on, please. Here's money. Just take my wallet. Insert Anakin Obi-Wan making it rain. Yeah. Can we wire up a money gun to the donations? That would be amazing, dude. That'd be amazing. Oh, crazy. We've got about 40 minutes left in the stream. It has just been a celebration. We're going to do another drawing. So let me clear the names because I know it's all changed now. I'm going to pull up the participants right now and put them back on the wheel. I'll read them out momentarily, and we'll make sure everybody's on there. And we're going to do another giveaway. If you have not commented in a second, please do so that your name generates in my list. You guys are nuts, man. Thank you so much for the donations. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Frick, I keep going. It keeps diverting back to live or top chat instead of live chat. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Middle of stream, you get hit with money. I need to do something so that we still have played something on the drive to Wendy's. Can we play I Spy? That's funny. That'd be fun. Babel's still here. Okay. Wait, Wise Basic new job? You got a new job? Tell us about it. What's Wise Basic's new job? Did I remember correctly that you were job hunting? Okay. Here's who I have on the list. Call it out if you don't hear your name. Thank you for the reminder, Colby. I almost forgot to do that. My brain's broken. What did I remind you? Oh, put something in the chat. Road. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Okay. I have Adrian, Babel, Bombuzz, Jeebus, John, Purple Rocks Amy, Tyler, and Wise Basic. I know you can't see the wheel yet. I'll pull it up, but did I miss anybody? Oh, to switch the message delivery. Yeah. No, this is your new job. Oh, dude. I mean, as much as I'm loving the game dev studio, it's amazing. I would love to do YouTube as a full-time job. That would be so awesome. One day, maybe one day. What a good list of folks, right? That's a nice little list of people right there. Oh, yeah, I didn't remove Adrian. You're right. Thank you for your honesty, Adrian. I would have realized if you won again. Did Rixels disappear? Did Joe Bolkin disappear? I'll give him 60 more seconds and we're spinning the wheel. While we wait, now that I'm back to full view, I did want to just show because Switch It said he wanted the books for the prize. I don't have my book one with me because it's in my daughter's room. I don't think she's my own kids haven't even read my books before. I'm like, "Are you gonna read those?" And they're like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Fair. That's fair." um, but this is book 3 right here, and this is book 2. These are not AI covers, by the way. My good buddy painted these. See if I can get you a better view of those. By the way, AI image generation wasn't as big a thing when these came out. The first book came out in 2015. Okay, we're at the 10-year anniversary last year for my trilogy starting. I guess you could say. Book 2 was 2017. Uh, book 2 was 2018. And by the way, let me show you this. There's the map inside, which I designed. And then book 3 was 2019 or 2021. I don't remember. 2021. And then my standalone book here was 2023, I think. Yeah. Anyway, shall we spin the wheel? Wheel of names. A map. I love novels with maps, dude. I'm so excited. And there's some trivia on my website if you ever go to colbydunn.com to look at more info on my books. But one of the trivia states that I wanted to fashion it like an RPG a little bit. By the end of the trilogy, the characters more or less travel throughout the whole map. It's vaguely, I mean, the sort of sense of high adventure from RPGs is very much injected into the story. Tried to work in a lot of my real life martial art experience into the fighting, make the fighting, a little more authentic maybe than some others. Villains and heroes get equal screen time. There's not bad guys and good guys necessarily. In fact, without spoiling anything, fate and your destiny is a big part of the themes of this trilogy. I mean, it's called The Eyes of Fate. Fate is the actual deity in this story. He's an actual god. But anyway, by the end, a lot of characters that you love on both sides, good and bad, have kind of switched sides. Just goes to show you there is no right or wrong. Most of the time, it's gray, right? Most of the time, it's motivations and it's knowing where somebody's coming from and you understand them. So anyway, um, just before the dark times. When was yeah, Babel hit it right on the head. When was book 1 made? So yeah, 2015. Wow, yeah, just before the dark times for sure. For sure. Can I hear a brief introduction to the story? I just kind of gave it to you. Hopefully that suffices. Let me know if you want to know a little bit more. I guess I will just say my pitch I always give uh people that come and meet me at my book signings and stuff. Oh, what's this book about? My elevator pitch for it is, the typical fantasy formula. Village boy finds the sword in the attic, leaves town, learns the way of the sword, learns about the world, gets the girl, saves the world, right? Your kind of typical hero's journey. I've kind of flipped that around. The main character is a competent soldier. He's got the girl, he's got a good life, he's got everything kind of made for him. And throughout this war, you see everything he loves kind of get taken away from him until he sort of hits rock bottom about 2/3 through the trilogy, through all 3 books, and you kinda have to see how or if he rebuilds himself for better or worse, and, I really am a fan of Oh, what? Wait, what? Dude, John, 1472, Aussie dollars for us. Thank you, dude. I know the conversion makes it screwy, which is probably like, oh, drives you crazy, but dude, thank you so much for that. 14 bucks. Dude, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I gotta see if you put a message with that. Hold on. Dude, you're the man. Thank you so much. John! Yeah, let's get some love for Mr. John in the chat. He's one of the OGs. I'm so sorry, guys. You're probably like, spin the freaking wheel already. Let me add Joe. I saw Joe pop back in. Joe, I assume you're still here. I think that was the only one I needed to add. But Jeeba says, if I win, can I have you read the books on stream? You know what? I've wanted to do that several times. I thought kind of a missed opportunity if I never did that, right? Like as the author, read the book, and just do it like a game playthrough. Would that be boring? I've kind of polled some people and it's like, like, would you like me to do that? And some people are like, maybe. And some people are like, yeah. And some people are like, nah, I don't care about that, which I respect. It's not really a book channel, but kind of a missed opportunity if I didn't, right? So I've thought about it and I would actually quite enjoy doing that. I could try and do the voices and everything, but maybe I'll do another poll. Okay, so John's donation, put this into your mattress, makes it comfier, I'm told. Sleeping on that money. Dude, with all you guys' donations tonight, I can freaking build a brand new bed made of money or turn it into a marble in MEVR. It's screwy on purpose. Friday the 13th, baby. Oh, yeah, it is Friday the 13th. You're right. No, that is today. Dude, Bombuzz is on the thing. Okay. Have you ever done an audiobook? I haven't. There's like a crappy like AI audiobook, which I know is like, you know, not a lot of people like to listen to that, and I respect it. It was a free service that Google Books did. They're like, hey, this was years ago. They're like, we're rolling out this new AI thing. Do you want to try it for free and just have it? I was like, sure, whatever. So it is on there, but it's not a live narrator. But we should do that on the channel. Yes, please do, says Jeebus. Have you ever oh yeah, I'd be down for that, says Babel. I love audiobooks. Okay. I mean, that would be really fun. And I would try not to break it up too much with annoying chit chat. But I think it would be cool to pause, especially if it's live and answer questions about making of it or background of it. But I'd really make it about the story. I wouldn't want to like make it about me. I would love to do that. You should definitely make a donation jar in MEVR every 50 bucks. Oh, actually a good idea to make a digital donation jar in the bedroom. I like that. Is that why my work is going so screwy for me? An audiobook stream would be super cool. Dude, I love that you guys like that idea. I didn't think anybody would want me to do that. Um, I'll start making the UGC. John, let's go. Just clean up the room and save the jar. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. Sorry, it's been minutes, but I've got Babel, Bomb, Jeebus, John, Amy, Tyler, Wise, and Joe. Tucker, or I mean, sorry, not Tucker. Trucker. Trucker just popped in. You're right in time, my dude. We're gonna do a giveaway literally right now. I'm putting your name on the spinner wheel. Let me pull the wheel up so you guys can actually see it. ちょっと待ってくださいませ。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっとビールを準備してます。Okay. Um, welcome in, Trucker. Trucker's a fairly new friend of the channel, but he is a baller. Go subscribe to his channel, by the way. He just hit, what was it, 200 subscribers? Go subscribe to him. He does a lot of Helldiver stuff. Hold on. My chat up here again. A good person. You guys are probably like, dude, spin the wheel. I'm sorry. We are in just a sec. Okay, got it. Okay. We're spinning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Babel. Babel. So close. Yeah, Trucker was like an inch away from winning. For democracy. I'm still excited to play Repo with you, Imaginator. Yes, me and Amy were talking about that just the other day. I'm like, I need to jump on there with them. Congrats to Babel. Babel, you've won before, haven't you? I think this is like maybe your second win. Am I wrong on that? Not that it matters. You still win tonight, but I'm just curious. I think you've won in the past too. Jeebus, however, because you to answer your question earlier, can I just have some books sent to me? Just reach out to me in Discord with your information. I will sign some and send them to you regardless. Please do that. I will send those to you for sure. As soon as you let me know where to send them, they're yours. All of them. When are we doing Phasmo? Okay, so Trucker, speaking of Trucker, he's a Phasmo player. I'm still a Phasmo noob, like total noob. Also on my to-do list, along with Repo with Jeebus and Amy, is to get on Phasmo with Trucker. That was a lot of acronyms. Um, and we gotta play that. So yeah, for sure. I don't think so, says Babel. Oh heck yeah. Okay, yeah, no, maybe I'm remembering wrong. I mean, that's awesome. So Babel, the deal is Nintendo Switch eShop, not Switch necessarily. I guess it is Switch now. Nintendo eShop gift card, PlayStation Store gift card, Steam gift card, or any number, or signed copies of my books. You get to choose. I always say every time, I'm not offended if you're like, give me the money. Dude, do it. Whatever you want, 100%. It's yours. Okay, we're actually coming down to the wire. We did have quite a fun celebration tonight. Um, Regardless of me feeling like crap at the beginning. I'm sorry, we didn't get to switch its other questions in the Ask Me Anything. I'm gonna dive into those here in just a sec. Babel will take the books too. Dude, you're a baller. Are you sure? You don't have to. Um, but Babel, I believe, always down for another good book. I can't guarantee the good part, but I can guarantee the book part. It is a book. These are books. I can promise you they're books that you can read. You'll have to be the judge if they're good or not. Um, Babel and Switch It are books. I'm going to mark that. But seriously, if you change your mind, no worries. Just let me know. And reach out to me in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, colbydunn.com has a form that you can reach out to me there, or my email is just colbydunnauthor@gmail.com. So I think you're in the Discord though. So you can just hit me up and we'll sort it out for sure. Still no Final Fantasy 6. I know, I'm sorry. FF6 ain't happening tonight. That's next Saturday. Saturday for you, Friday for me. I'm going to say something right now that I don't want to make any promises, but I think I want to start streaming on Monday nights again. I had to cut it end of last year for a while I got my crap together in my life. But to John's point and to switch its point, like we're going through games really, really slowly, naturally, because Wednesday is a different game than Friday. So it's like one play session a week per game. Like that's really slow. I'm just reading back chats. I must have missed a couple of these. Dude. Oh, maybe I'm just behind. Sorry. I'm just behind. That's my bad. But anyway, I will let you guys know. I might just start popping random streams on Monday nights and not really advertise them just to keep myself loose. But that's something I might start doing to get through games quicker and to see you guys more often, because that's something I miss and I couldn't do, but now it's looking like I might be able to. Okay, let me get caught up on chat real quick, and then we'll go through those questions, and we're kind of going to tie up for the night. Yeah, Jeebus, this is late. Sorry, you said to me? Yeah, dude, send me your info. I'm just sending you books. I think you've earned them by now, dude. I have the game on Steam, says Jason. The Wendy's? I mean, we might have to, it sounds like. Good night, everyone, says Trucker. Dude, thank you for popping in. I appreciate you, my friend. Please, my withdrawals. Gotta be RB, says Wise. OMG, my Mondays will be amazing again. Tyler, thank you, dude. Mine will be too, because I can see you. Switch It says, I need to get a copy of Final Fantasy VI so I can play it again. I just don't know what to do, when to get it on at this point. Well, I don't know how you feel about emulation, but that is, of course, always an option. That could be just on your PC. That could be on the little, Miu Mini Plus kind of guy like this. It could be... Oh, hold up! Adrian! I did it! I'm sorry, Adrian. You probably hear that so often. Thank you for this, for the For the join. I was gonna say for the sub. You're already subbed. We have another honorary imaginary friend with a beautiful green name. Let's go. Thank you, Adrian. Dude, you guys kick trash. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for that, dude. Um, so you could get FF6 that way. You could I actually, some people don't like this, but I loved the Pixel remaster on Switch or PlayStation. The Pixel remaster of 6 was great, I thought. Yeah, John, I'll keep you in the know for sure. Wendy's, we cannot escape it. Yeah, Jeebus, reach out to me, please. I would love to send you those. You get to cheer me up after uni, please, please. One of us, one of us. Yay, I'm imaginary. Um, Dude, this has been amazing tonight. 3 winners, massive amounts of contributions. I'm adding Jeebus to my list so I don't forget. I'm gonna pester him till I can send him the books as well. So I think right now, Adrian, you just need to let me know on the side what gift card you want or whatever you want. That's the only one I'm missing so far. I want to get their pixel remasters of the games, but it's outside of my budget. I hear you, dude. Budget is a real thing. Again, I don't know how you feel about emulation. FF6 is such an old game. It's so easy to get. In fact, if you have a Super Nintendo emulator, shoot me an email. I'll shoot you the ROM. You don't even have to download it. I've got it. I can shoot it to you. Okay, I think we have to do Wendy's. Let's go, says Jeebus. Let's go. We're going to Wendy's. I think we have to tip the Wendy's guy again too, right? We got to share the love there as well, for sure, right? With all the donations, I mean, it's you guys' donations. I can put it toward the channel, which is very helpful. I don't want to just blow it all, while you guys watch, but like I like to give back where I can, and it's a feel good moment when we can tip somebody at Wendy's. Tip him the exact amount I gave you. Here is and 72 cents or whatever it was. Okay, Adrian, send a friend request on Discord. Amazing. I'll hit you up afterwards for sure. Q space truck in. I appreciate that. I would totally be open to emulating. Just need a ROM. Okay. Switch it. Yeah, you are in the Discord because you were posting questions, and that was the thing I forgot. Let me jump to your question. Can we have a hug, says John, by the way? Yes, dude. Always. What do you think is, from a game design standpoint, the best game of all time? Ooh, yeah, not from a nostalgia or love standpoint, which is, of course, Final Fantasy IX. From a design standpoint, that's a good question. I really have to think about that. And also, if you have a favorite Zelda game, which is it? So, hot take, my favorite Zelda game is not Breath of the Wild. In fact, that's not even my top 3. I like Breath of the Wild. It wasn't my favorite. Ocarina of Time. I mean, I know that's cliche, but that's probably my favorite. But right behind it is the hot take, and that's Skyward Sword. I love Skyward Sword. In fact, I just beat Skyward Sword again, HD on the Switch, last month. I replayed it. Love me some Skyward Sword, and I would say Link's Awakening would be number 3. We don't condone piracy, but yeah, we don't. No, of course not, dude. As we stand in MUVR, right? No, we don't support that. No, no, we don't do that here. Um, all of these games on the shelf right here, I own all of these, dude. Even these games that are not even real, like these ROM hacks, like I own all of them in real life. I promise. Promise you, all of these. These are all mine in real life. All these, for sure, for sure. Um, Colby doesn't like Majora's Mask. This is true. This is very true. Adrian, I got a Miu Mini Plus. Really? Dude, I love that thing. Do you like it? It's so worth it, dude. Send me your address on Discord. Thank you, Jeebus. I will get that to you maybe even tomorrow. I think I'm running errands tomorrow. I might as well get all these packages together tomorrow morning and send them to you guys. Thank you for that, Jeebus, and thank you for everything. Zelda 2, says Babel. I've never played Zelda 2. I've gotten about 90% through 1. Never played 2, and I guess Link to the Past is technically 3, right? Skyward Sword is tied for my favorite game ever, tied with FF9. Are you serious? Switch it's got amazing taste up in here. Dude, we're like clones of each other. Skyward Sword and 9, I would say are 9's definitely my favorite game of all time. If you haven't watched my video on why that is, you can go check out that long form video if you want. It's called Final Fantasy 9 Changed My Life 3 Times. But yeah, Skyward Sword is probably top 5, I would say, at least. A man after my own mind, says Joe. Heck yes, for sure. Totally own them all. Yeah, 100%. Took me 13 years to beat Zelda 2, still my favorite of the whole bunch. You know, that's funny. I've heard obviously Zelda 2 is like the black sheep, right? But I've heard anyone that gives it a fair shot ends up loving it. Like anyone that devotes and commits to like really give it a fair shot, they always end up loving it. Maybe we'll stream that one day. Would that be a cool stream to do? I've got to remember my books, and maybe my books can be the random Monday night ones, huh? And Zelda 2. I got to throw that on the list. What? Says Babel. What? No, thank you, Colby, says Jeebus, dude. This is the man. Never played 2. Good sir. Hey, sounds like I need to stream 2. I mean, I've played it for like 10 minutes, but not for real. Enough to like know what it looks like and plays like a little, but yeah, not really. You like Breath of Fire? I do like Breath of Fire. It wasn't one that I necessarily grew up with. Do I have Breath of Fire in here? I don't think I do. Do I have Breath of Fire 4 on PlayStation? Got a stack over here that's not properly shelved. There's Lunar 2, Suikoden with its terrible American artwork. Suikoden 2, which by the way, I've never played the Suikoden games either. So I've been looking for that JRPG experience. Final Fantasy is the gold standard. I don't care what anybody says, at least in the PS1 era. FF7, 8, and 9, like that's the gold standard for emotionally impactful, masterfully crafted, just the best JRPGs out there. I'm looking for that for something I've never played before. Is it? I've heard it might be Suikoden 2, Breath of Fire, maybe. Like I'm looking for that experience, and I don't know what game because I've played a lot, but not all. Xenogears might be that game. I've played back in high school, so 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. I played maybe 10 hours of Xenogears and really liked it. Like that might be one. I just need a new art JRPG from the golden era that I haven't played that will be like life changing, right? Like that's what I want to find again. Zelda 2 is very hard, but it's a wonderful trip. Monday Night Madness. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we have our nostalgia sleepovers on Friday, the random one on Wednesday. Is it like story time Monday? Story time Monday. Gather around the magic carpet, kids, for story time. Yay. I love the opening theme so much. I used to hum it to my daughter when I put her to sleep as a baby. Oh, I love that. I used to hum the dwarves song from The Hobbit to my babies when they'd go to sleep when they were little. Doom, doom, doom. Do, 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 do. When are you going to finish your RPG maker? You know what? I thought about doing streams about building my RPG on stream, like just chilling with you guys as I build it. Would that be fun? But Twin Snakes first, please, says John. 7, 8, and 9 was the greatest run in gaming history. Couldn't agree more. People fight if in the fandom, Final Fantasy fandom can get really, really angry. They fight all the time. 7's the best, hands down. 8 sucks. 9 was like reclaim the throne from 7. They're all perfect. 7, 8, and 9 to me are perfect 10s. All 3 of them are amazing. Ni no Kuni, yes. Tales of Destiny 1 and 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Inomata passed away. Yeah, yeah. Sad. I've been eyeing Tales of Berseria. I haven't played a lot of the Tales games, but Berseria just got a remaster, and I'm like, I've really wanted to play that. Golden Sun games, that would be a good one, especially now that they're on NSO. I could easily play them on Switch too. I've never played the second or third, but I was obsessed with the first one in high school when it came out. Breath of Fire 3 is the standout title of the series. 4 cranks it up a notch. Okay, okay. Storytime Monday. What is your outro stream song name? Oh, the one where Vivi's sitting by the tree. I'd love to gather around the map for story time, and it's Othello or Catcher in the Rye. I'd have to read my own books first. I love the Shire music. Oh, I know, it's so good. FF7 was the one that got me into Final Fantasy. It's my all-time favorite still to this day. Dude, good choice. That's a good choice. 7 is incredible. The OG, I have my thoughts on the remake. We'll talk about that another time, but the OG is incredible. My entry was 4, Final Fantasy 4 on the Super Nintendo, or 2 as it was in the US. Yeah, so Jeebus, the outro song, don't worry guys, I'm not leaving, but this is the outro song Jeebus is talking about. Yeah, I love this song, dude. This is from Final Fantasy 9. Go back to the room. This is from Final Fantasy 9. It's Aiko's theme. One of the characters, Aiko. That's her theme song. So, yeah. Golden Sun 3 is really unfocused. The story meanders so much. It's almost as bad as Bravely Default. Ooh, don't say that. Ooh, I'm never playing that game then. Just the idea of something so innocent like story time, and it's like Lord of the Flies. Yeah, I love Lord of the Flies, and I've been wanting to reread it. You know, John's onto something here, and Tyler's onto something here. I've been wanting to read more books. You guys know me. Complain about this all the time. It's my own fault. I have too much to do, not enough time to do stuff. And I've got a TBR list, right? I've got books. Like I haven't sat down and read books for a while, which is terrible for an author to say. But Lord of the Flies is on there, 1984 is on there. Like a lot of the like Animal Farm, like a lot of the dark classics that I like. Portrait of Dorian Gray. I need to reread those. But I think we'd for sure have to start with my own books, as conceited as that sounds. um, and I guess as we end the stream here in a few minutes, let me hold on, I'm refreshing my chat for myself here. Let me let you guys in on a little plan I have for May for the channel. Speaking of story time, I think this is going to be really, really great. Let me get caught up on chat and then I'll dump that news on you. Such a good song. I could cry and never even played the game. I know, Tyler, that's a perfect description of Final Fantasy music. Freaking Uematsu is a genius. Like his songs are incredible. And oh gosh, and then you play through the game. You guys saw when we played through FF9 on stream. It broke me. I bawled like a baby at the end, like I do every time. Um, I've really wanted to play through Final Fantasy VIII again as well. It's a long investment, but I feel like we'd go through it quick because I know that game like the back of my hand. If you can believe it, I actually get nostalgia from the stream instead of the game. That's awesome, dude. In fact, someone was asking me to quote my book earlier, right? Let me quote you something here. This is a line that I am kind of proud of that just came to me and it just kind of made me think. Um, let me know if you've felt this emotion before. Let me see if I can find it. This is coming from the point of view character. I think it's earlier. Hold on. But Tyler reminded me of this quote. I'm sorry, you guys. This is such a stupid thing to be quoting myself. It's really stupid. Here we go. Here we go. So this is kind of what Tyler's talking about because I've experienced this too with songs and with different things. Hearing his words instilled within my mind, or you could say hearing the song, right? Instilled within my mind memories and yearning for places I had never been, to go back to times that never existed. That's from the character Coriander in this book. I'm so behind on chat, you guys. I'm sorry. If you can believe it, oh yeah. I knew that song sounded familiar. That's where I've heard it, says Jeebus. And now you know. Golden Sun 3 is on DS. Yeah. That's an original DS game. I'm conflicted on Final Fantasy X because I kind of like it, but it kind of lost the magic. Dude, Switch, are we a hive mind? Like everything you say about games you like is my exact opinion on them. I've also been reconsidering replaying Final Fantasy X after probably 20 years because I also loved it at first and then I kind of hated it and I really hated it and now I'm like maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I could play it again. That's funny. I'm gonna have to look that up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look it up that way I can put it on repeat while I sleep. I'll send it to you in the Discord, Jeebus. I'll send you the file so you can have it as like a separate file if you want. because it isn't on all of the Final Fantasy IX soundtracks I've learned. It's like an alternate version of her theme. So I'll send you my exact file that I'm pulling that song from for my streams. I'm going to take note of that so I don't forget. Okay. I got to blast through this chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I read every day, says Switch It. I'll sit and listen to you read if you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've never read that, which is a crime, so we should. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe, says Jeebus. Audiobook is super helpful when you're too busy to make time to read. Yeah, for sure. You can just put on my streams, right? For my books. And the stream go to Wendy's, yes, for sure. April Fools, I got to think about that. My commute back and forth is audiobook time. Yeah, when I commuted to work, that was what I did too. That's how I read Stormlight Archive. I listened to it all. I like Koichi Sugiyama's work on Dragon Quest. The intro for DQ11 and 7 Reimagined still sends me chills. Oh, dude, that Dragon Quest theme. Oh, especially at the end when it goes dun, 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 dun. Like it just chills every time. It's so glorious. That's profound. Thank you, Tyler. I need to play it again. Colby, will you read Hitchhikers on stream? Yeah, eventually. If story time becomes a good thing, I think we'll get to it for sure. Thank you, says Jeebus. Yeah, for sure. By the way, fun fact: Good Sleepy Bobo's music, Tubular Bells. Huh. Don't knock it until you listen. Fair enough. FF10 holds a special spot in my heart because I would watch my brother play it for hours on end. That's cool, Jeebus. And let's be real, 10 is a great game. It was revolutionary for the PS2, revolutionary for RPGs, but it marks the shift in Final Fantasy. World maps went away. Still turn-based battles, which is to its credit, amazing. Great battle system, great story, great characters. Just Titus drives me crazy. Titus drives me nuts. And I adore his voice actor. He's the voice of Ratchet and Clank's Ratchet. Same guy as Titus. Fun fact for you. And he's an amazing voice actor, but I just hate how Titus is written. I hate him as a character. But maybe I'll relate to him differently now. I mean, it's been 20 years since I played that game. Someone used the same G.I. Joe quote yesterday in the MEVR chat. So Colby, Quest 64, 16-hour long video essay. That's right. Or April Fools. People should see the thumbnail, Quest 64 video essay, and they'll see the timestamp in the corner. They'll see it's like 10 hours long. And they'll go to it, and the first 5 minutes is me talking, and then it just cuts to Rickroll for 10 hours. That's what it is. Oh, yeah, says Switch It. How do I message on Discord? I barely use it, so I don't really know how. No, it's kind of weird at first to get used to. It's pretty much the same as any other chat like function. If you're in my community's Discord, which it sounds like you are, on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of sub-channels. There's like one for art, one for general, one for video games, one for movies. And you just click that sub-chat and you'll see the chat pop up. And the app works basically the same way. You just have to push the back button in the corner to go back to the list. Yeah, he was a little bit too naive and goofy for my liking. Yeah, he was kind of like too whiny and like preppy. I don't know what the right word is. He just didn't. I mean, Squall and Cloud are like ultimate edge lords, right? Which is why I love Zidane the best. Like my boy Zidane right here. Like he's serious when he needs to be, but he's happy go lucky. He's positive. He's he's just great. He's a womanizer. Like this dude is my spirit animal right here. Um, does your book include a fictional style of martial arts? That's a good question. It Yes and no. It doesn't too much because it's mainly sword fighting. It's definitely sword and sorcery fantasy. But I am trained in Japanese sword. I've been training in Japanese sword for 20 years. And I do incorporate some of the underlying principles within martial arts to sort of make my own style. It does like go into some detail as you watch him get trained later in the book and stuff. Uh, and yeah, so yes and no. There's a lot of it's founded on real principles. Most of it actually is, but there's moments of like teaching moments between characters that are like made up techniques, if that makes sense. But I didn't go too deep on it. I fail the blitz ball QTE just so Titus can crash on his head. Get wrecked, Titus. Based. Babel's based. Uh, I hated the blitzball stuff too. I couldn't stand that. Probably because I could never figure it out. Um, I'll edit it together for you, says John. Dude, that'd be amazing. Titus was a famous athlete. That's a very good way to put it. Yeah. Review Bible for GBA as a game. 2 out of 10. Story good, bad gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, the Bible on Game Boy Advance. Is it kendo that you do or a different form of swordsmanship? So yeah, switch it. So it's technically called iaido, which is the art of the draw. Um it's a very sort of zen, it's the same family. Yeah, so we did iaido as my primary area of expertise, I guess. But to in order to practice iaido and better our skills with iaido, we did kendo and kenjutsu as well. So basically all the samurai style of sword. So I've got my kendo armor downstairs in my basement, still in my closet. I've got my shinai bamboo swords. I've got my boken wood swords that we used for kenjutsu, and I've got my real metal yaito sword for Iaido. So yeah, I think we're about at the end of the chat and we're about at the end of the stream. We're definitely going to do a Wendy's run. Sounds like we have to. Has someone done a book review of the Bible? I'm sure. Blitzball sucked. He's a master of Ghost of Tsushima style. Actually, yeah, that's one of the reasons I love Tsushima so much. That's one of my favorite games of all time too. Probably top 5 is because everything in Ghost of Tsushima is accurate, pretty much, almost. Iaido is cool. I want to learn Iaido sometime. Dude, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. In fact, Raziel, my brother that was in here before, OG Raziel Reed, he's even more advanced with Iaido than I am because we started together back when I was in high school. He was like just out of high school. We started training it originally together. I left on my missionary service for my church for 2 years to Japan, but I wasn't practicing martial arts during that time. I was just preaching Christianity for 2 years. But he kept training during that 2 years. I came back, so he was basically 2 years ahead of me. Got the rust off. But I was only training for about 3 more years after that, like intensely, before I switched to kung fu, which I've actually done now way more than I ever did sword. So kung fu became my specialty, and I actually ended up getting my teaching license, and I taught kung fu in a studio for years, uh, and sort of did sword on the side. But my brother has just done sword all along, so he's like an expert. He's really, really good, and my expertise is more shifted to kung fu and hand to hand. But now that I'm old and broken, I struggle with both. Jeebus seconds the motion. Blitzball sucks. If you watch the Rurouni Kenshin anime, did you get annoyed by Kenshin's sword style? It's a form of Iaido. Yes and no. I didn't watch all of it. Samurai X, which was the OVAs back in the 90s of that show, was brutal, brutal, gory show, but very cool. Yeah, it bugged me a little bit, but like I can understand from a storyteller's perspective too. Like you got to make it original, right? So I'm okay with it. How skilled are you at Ghost Dance? That is made up. Raz mastered the art of the Keyblade. You got to post that in his Discord. That's so cool. I love Japan and their culture so much. Yeah, dude. Japan was amazing. Uh, I did my 2 years of missionary service there, came back home briefly for about a year, then went back and taught at a kindergarten, which was fun. They're like, we want a real authentic English speaker to teach English to these tiny kids. I was like, okay. I ended up being just a piece of playground equipment, which is all the better because I love kids. So that was a blast living there doing that. Came home, worked for a Japanese company for about 7 years here in the States, but like more than half of the staff was Japanese. So that was good to help my language and stuff. And been separated from that company for about a little over 10 years now. So I got to get my Japanese practice going again or I'm going to lose it. How does it feel to be old? It feels okay. Body falling apart sucks, but I'm actually okay with it. Okay with it. Should I learn CQC from Metal Gear? Yes. Swords are just so cool. Yes, correct. I've got 3 right behind me. We've done show and tell on those before. Um, I've got my obviously my Aragorn sword that I showed you earlier up there. with the authentic like certificate stuck at the top. This one here, right here, this big red one is like a 6.5 foot tall sword. It's taller than me. It's what's called an odachi. This type of sword was meant to take horsemen off of their horses or just sweep a horse's legs straight out from under it during samurai battles. It's freaking huge. It's carbon steel. It's heavy AF, but it's cool. And then I've got my little Kaleida del Cid sword down here, a little Spaniard sword. But anyway, jing, let's see. We got to get going to Wendy's here pretty soon. And this stream, it's past stream time. We had a whole celebratory stream. I got to change the thumbnail and everything. I love the Trust and Betrayal OVA back then. Yeah, very cool. His like origin story is very cool. I was being funny. Said John Tuck popped in. What, dude? What's up, Tucker? I want to be an English teacher in Nakatsugawa sometime. I have some swords too. Yes, love it. All the sword nerds in here. CQC is close quarters combat stuff is sick. I don't know how useful it is. And oh, CQC in all of its forms is useful. People ask me all the time, "What's the best style of martial arts?" And they're like, "Should I do this one or should I do this one?" And I'm just like, dude, anything is better than nothing. They all have advantages and disadvantages. There's not one that's the best one ever. Even though I'm biased toward Kung Fu and Chinese hand-to-hand martial arts, it has its weaknesses too. So that's why you take Bruce Lee's approach and mix and match what works best for you and what you're most comfortable with and what's most fun for you. That's what you do. 6 swords, bruh. Underreal flame of the West, reforged from the shards of Narsil. We got a real one in the chat. Knows his stuff. The Odachi is amazing. Such an amazingly large weapon. The Smiths must have spent so long back in feudal era, right? Where they would take like a year to make a katana. An Odachi would probably be twice that time. OVAs are a lost art. I wish they would produce those again. Me too. I've been out of the anime scene for a long time. In fact, I have, if you go down to my long form videos on my channel, I've got the top 10 best anime from the golden era, which I consider to be like the 80s up to like 2000. I've got a video going through my top 10 favorite of those. Just got home from bowling with my bro. Dude, what did you bowl tonight? 200? The party stream was great. We did 3 giveaways. We had some insane donations. If you look at the top of the chat. Oy, it was great. I was telling everybody we need to get I need to cross out the 4 on the cardboard play button back here and make it a 5. I remember visiting the Korakuen Hall to watch a title fight. Wow. Learn Iaido? Dude, switch it. I'll teach you Iaido, man. I'll teach you. Me and Raziel will teach you. When are you going to train in using the Buster Sword? The most impractical, unrealistic sword of all time, even though it's cool. I watch anime a lot and read a tons of manga and light novels. That's awesome. That's way cool. Only modern manga I read is Chainsaw Man. I've heard that's really good. It'll be sunrise by the time we get to Wendy's. We're only 4 minutes over, dude. We're only 4 minutes over. But to your point, we probably should wrap up this stream. I have yet to finish my thought from before about storybooks, and then we're going to end the stream and we're going to hit up some Wendy's. Here is what I was going to say. So we were talking before about story time. I might start Monday night streams doing story time by reading my books, which it sounds like people would like. So that makes me happy. That'd be cool. And if you don't like it, and if nobody comes in, then that's fine. Like I'll stop doing it. But I think that'd be fun. It aligns with something I'm going to do for the channel later. Let me show you this. So Final Fantasy IX had its 25th anniversary, as you well know by now. I got my statues that I've shown off multiple times. But one product has not come out yet, but it was part of the 25th anniversary celebration. It came out day 1 in Japan, but the localized version comes to America or into English May 19th. It says arriving May 19th. This is my pre-order for a little storybook starring Vivi, everyone's favorite black mage. Final Fantasy IX picture book. Vivi and Grandpa's Memories for the Sky is what it's called. Story by Kazuhiko Aoki and art by Toshiyuki Itahana, all the OGs from the game. So I pre-ordered this little storybook and I thought, wouldn't that be funny slash awesome if let me pop back over here. If I made a video that was like totally imitating like a 90s children's show, like Reading Rainbow, Blue's Clues, right? For those of you that are a little younger, like total kid show. Like the video would have like VHS grain on it and everything. And I would do a little opening credits that sounds something like Reading Rainbow. And I do the whole thing where, you know, the story start or the episode starts and I'm playing my Switch and I kind of go, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to be here. Like, do you want to read a new storybook with me? I just got a book in the mail and it's really great. You want to do that? You do? Great." You know, like the whole kid show thing. And I would just read the storybook as if it's like this kid show episode. Reading a little book together, it'd be adorable. And I don't know. I would think it'd be most fun. It would be in editing. I think would be the funnest part about that project to make it look like totally ghetto and like. So I'm probably going to do that. As you saw, I pre-ordered the book, so that video will happen. But maybe by then, we'll story time will be a recurring thing. So that's the plan. I let you guys in on. Diva says I love Chainsaw Man as well, and I've been watching the new one called Jack of All Trades. I haven't heard of Jack of All Trades. Raziel has told me solo leveling is really good, and I need to get into that. I hope I can catch the stream on Monday. I need to get that VV picture book. Maybe that's what we should give away on our next giveaway, because that's not till May. Let's give away one of the VV books. You know what? When this releases, I'm going to give one away on my channel for sure. Tuck would definitely be there for Storytime Monday nights. We just got a letter, says Jeeves. Somebody has kids. Now I got to play Game Boy Advance instead of Switch. That's modern swarbage. That'd be great, says Bomb. Would totally watch, says Tyler. It's really good, Tucker, says Jeebus, talking about Chainsaw Man and solo leveling is amazing. Okay. What are you going to do for May 4th? I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. Maybe I should do something. Maybe I should make a video about the fall of Star Wars and how good the originals are. I want to recommend Cyberpunk Ender Runners anime, but it can be devastating. All right, guys. So we're done with chat. We're over time. Thank you so much for just dealing with me. Hopefully this wasn't pulling teeth, not playing a game and just chatting and hanging out together for our 5,000 subscriber celebration. I appreciate you guys just being kind enough to humor me and be here with me as I just ramble about all kinds of stuff. Thank you for the ask me anything questions. You know, regardless, anytime I'm an open book, you can ask me anything anytime. I'm happy to help, do anything I can for you guys. Train you in Iaido. I don't care what it is. Train you. Let's learn Japanese together. We'll do it all. Love you guys. I am going to end the stream. I'll be back in about 10 minutes going live from my car as we do a Wendy's run. Should we do a we're going to do a donation. Let's do a tip to the Wendy's window guy. We'll do $20. How about that? I think we did 10 last time. We'll do 20 this time. But thank you guys, not only for tonight, but all along the way. 5,000 subscribers? Are you kidding me? Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought to get to this point. Like, it blows my mind. And I have full confidence we can get to maybe 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. If I can do my part, and keep posting things like I should. I've got a list as long as, like, you wouldn't believe on my whiteboard of projects that are underway that I need to finish. But thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you guys for the donations, big or small, the awesome vibes, the support of each other, the support of me and the channel and what I do, the love of JRPGs and the classic nostalgia that just keeps us all alive, keeps our childhood within us alive. That's what's most important. That's what this channel, that's what Nostalgia Nation's all about. Let me read these last streams or these last chats before we disappear. Wendy's. You should hire an editor. right? Like, I'm not making quite enough to justify. No editor would want to work for me for like $1 an hour, but I totally would. Where do I send my job app? Uh, I hear you, dude. That'd be incredible. All right, guys. Peace out. Thank you so much. We've got Aiko's theme song coming up as our closing song, so I'll keep that rolling for Jeebus. I'll send you the file. I'll get a hold of everybody that won prizes, and we'll get you sorted out real quick. Jeebus, Adrian, Switch It Up, and Babel. And I will see you guys momentarily for some Wendy's. Love you all. Thank you so much for the 5,000 subs. 6,000, 10,000. Here we come.